Oh, you're going to Japan. Awesome. Wait, don't go yet. I must give you a warning. Now listen, if you ever hear someone loudly slurping noodles there, do not comment on it. No, slurping broth isn't a must while eating in the country. Neither is it particularly polite or a compliment to a chef or whatnot. But it's not rude either, and almost everyone does it. People think that adding some air to the broth leads to a better flavor. Oh, I see what you're doing, but we've got a misunderstanding here. Slurping pasta, surprisingly, is considered extremely rude in Japan, just because that's not how it's eaten based on its source culture. Hey, put that cash back in your pocket right away. Tipping is considered incredibly disrespectful in Japanese culture. Tipping implies that someone needs to work harder, or that their service has been insufficient. Now, one more thing before you have a chance to embarrass yourself. When you laugh, you probably do it freely and loudly, right? Well, in Japan, they like a good joke just as much as you do. But they'd never explode into open-mouthed, teeth-exposed laughter. Such a response is believed to be impolite and is thought to sound like horses. Well, the same goes for coughing, yawning, and eating with your mouth open. So there. Now you're heading to Thailand. Great choice. A beautiful, exciting place to be. Oh no, you're doing it again. Stop giving a thumbs up to that poor taxi driver. In Thailand, unlike the US, this gesture is, well, how can I put it mildly? Let's just say it's kind of derogatory in nature. Thai people have started to adopt the thumbs up more international meaning lately, but it's still typical for kids to exchange it during their childish arguments. Uh-oh, pick up that bill as fast as you can. Whew. You see, Thai money needs to be treated with utmost respect. The king's image appears on all Thai baht, local currency. And since this country has some of the world's strictest laws punishing disrespect to the royal family, tossing or stepping on money leads to really harsh penalties, or can even land a person in prison. You made some Thai friends and got invited to a family dinner. Lovely. Now, remember this. Take off your shoes before entering the house. It's considered very rude to wear shoes indoors. Your next destination is Vienna, Austria's capital. And do you see that couple kissing on the train? They're about to get fined more than $50. Apparently, Vienna Linien, the company running the city's transport network, says that some passengers have been complaining about public displays of affection, hence the law. So, whatever PDA you're into, wait until you leave the train. Some other things to avoid are eating smelly foods and talking loudly on your phone. Now you're in South Korea, and you're sauntering around with your hands in your pockets. Oh boy, let me reveal a secret. All those local people you come across, they think you're rude and disrespectful. In South Korea, as well as in some other Asian countries, it's not a go-to move for socially awkward folks. In 2013, Bill Gates found himself in the middle of an international controversy after he shook hands with the South Korean president while having his left hand firmly planted in his pocket. Of course, Gates meant no harm whatsoever, but some locals saw a sign of disrespect in his gesture. Now, just as pointing with your fingers is considered rude in many parts of Southeast Asia, in the Arab world, people frown upon exposing the soles of your feet to another person or tapping someone with your foot. The problem is, a shoe is considered to be an extension of your foot, and the foot is believed to be one of the dirtiest parts of the body. So, by tapping someone with your shoe, you demonstrate your lack of respect to them. So, what's your next stop? India? Wow. Now, there's one thing you should keep in mind though. Only use your right hand to touch food or drinks, pass dishes, and greet people. By the way, don't get surprised when everyone around you is eating with their hands. That's a cherished tradition in this country. Locals believe that touching food with your hands helps you establish a more intimate connection with the meal and evokes a sense of appreciation and mindfulness. But touching your food with the left hand? A big no-no. Historically, this hand is preserved for, let's say, bathroom activities. But even when using your right hand, you should know the rules. Only use your thumb, index finger, and middle finger when taking food. And only lick your fingers after you're done eating. Of course, strict adherence to the rule about the left hand varies. But to be on the safe side, avoid using it during meals. Do you know any other common behaviors that are frowned upon in India? Give us a comment below. In the U.S., people associate whistling with different things, from being carefree and open to not having enough self-awareness. But few people will find it rude. Well, once you arrive in Haiti, watch out. Whistling isn't an advisable activity here, especially for kids, who are supposed to be seen but not heard. One Haitian blogger claims that whistling, along with sitting cross-legged, making direct eye contact, and standing with your hands on your sides, should never be done around elders. You're quite a world traveler. Argentina is your next stop. Wait, where are you going? To a dinner party? But you're going to arrive right on the nose, and it's as unacceptable as coming to an American party an hour early. The hosts will still be in the throes of preparation, and they will likely not appreciate your punctuality. Interestingly, this kind of lax sense of timekeeping seems to extend to some other corners of Argentinian culture as well. Now I see you're about to enjoy a local dish in Portugal. No, don't ask the waiter for… too late. The thing is, by asking for salt and pepper to add to your dish in this country, you risk insulting the chef's skills. At the same time, if the salt and pepper shakers are already on the table, feel free to use them to your heart's content. Oh, and just in case, don't even think about asking for ketchup while in France. China is the next country on your list. Lucky you! I see you've already got a gift. No. Don't tear into it right away in front of the gift presenter. This is considered very poor form. First of all, because if one gift giver has out-gifted another, it'll make the whole situation very awkward. What's more, digging right in might make people perceive you as a bit greedy. That lovely lady selling fruit in Vietnam says she hopes it won't rain. You agree and cross your fingers right in front of her face. She looks at you weirdly. No wonder, you've just made a terrible mistake. Even though in the USA and many other countries, this gesture means wishing yourself or someone else the best of luck, in Vietnam, this gesture stands for something people don't say out loud. In other words, I've just behaved in an extremely rude way. Speaking of gestures that can get you into trouble, you probably know the so-called sign of the horns, made by extending the index finger and pinky. This gesture is often associated with heavy metal. Well, in many European and South American countries, like Italy, Spain, Greece, Argentina, and Brazil, this gesture has a much more obscene meaning. It's used to mock husbands whose wives have been unfaithful. In Brazil, a circle made with your thumb and index finger and used to show OK in most parts of the world is a very rude gesture that has some insulting connotations. And last but not least, the beckoning gesture when you bend your index finger to call someone over. Avoid using it in the Philippines, Singapore, Japan, and some other South Asian countries. For example, in the Philippines, this gesture is used for calling dogs and is actually very offensive. And in Japan, China, and Singapore, it indicates passing away and demise. Hey, let's be careful out there. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.